Patron, take them away.
Okay guys, it's coming on to 5 to 7 and I'm going to go back to market to help Paul in the squad. So a little salute to you, my friend, who says he can only trade right around this time, 7 to 9, 7 to 10, that sort of thing. Now I've got a meeting to go into at 7:15. It's been a busy old day today. I've had meeting after meeting. But always happy to help, and I'll only be in the meeting for about 20 minutes. So if I come off the camera, it won't be for long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up something. If you're trading, you want to be trading an asset that's moving at the time you're trading. So you can trade the same style, but it's the asset class that's going to help you. Now, with this one, kind of USJPY. Why? Because the US markets are still buoyant, still deep into the New York session, and it'll be gearing up for a little bit later of the Asian session. So it's kind of a good product to pick. Now, what can you take from this if we're looking at it? Well, the first thing I want to know is what the ATR is, because I don't trade this that much. Okay, so just kind of switch these indicators off so I've got a clean screen to work with. Get rid of my workings, and we're going to put on an ATR, average true range. Right, this is running at roughly 150 pips, so that's a 300 range of this. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to take this down into an hourly, and I'm going to find 12 o'clock midnight. So that was here, this candle, so it went down. So I want a measuring stick because I want to see what 150 is. Right there, it's virtually at the top of its range. Okay, now that's interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little thick line here, this big thick line. Put it in kind of purple, but megally thick. Right. What's that relevant to? Well, we've had a thumper of a move up, but that's about as far as it's going to go for tonight. The question is, can this retrace it on itself? Well, there's a reasonable possibility that it can. So where could it retrace to? Well, if we're looking down, you can see there's kind of an overextended play here. Certainly following from that, you know. So it could easily get down into this midpoint between these two levels, down to here. We can see the pressures running out of this because volume, going the other way. Small candle. Now it's in decision. Right? So if it is going to push up to there, which is about 18 ticks, so not too bad. So what can I do? Well, if I know that the upper part of this is there, right, and I half expect it to push up to that, that could be the topping out point. Now this is all hypothetical, but it's a good way to work this. There's the start of the move. Yeah, try to come down, okay, and then accelerate it so it's still in motion. That's going to come back down into this. So I'm going to put a blue line here. There's a possible target, just like so. Right, get rid of this just for now. But I want to see where this price has come from. Well, we've had some royal moves to the upper side, haven't we? Whoosh, filled the gaps, kept on going. Pressure, pressure, pressure. That could be a flush. Not a lot of pressure left. You know, what else? Have we been up here before? Well, it is pushing up here. You can see that. So is it trying to fill these? Well, let's have a little look, see what's there. Well, it's at the tops of these as well. So it might flush into this and then collapse down. Who knows? Is there anything else? So, okay. So I'm going to be a bit conservative with it. See that. Drop this down over. Kind of see it struggling somewhat. So I'm going to look at this as well, this particular move. So from there to top out to see what's happening. And again, it balances up, kind of around this area. If I move that up to there. Okay. All right. I'm going to play the devil's advocate and see if this is going to try and recede on itself a little bit. Now, the easiest way to do that is just have a look at it. Well, strong drive, consolidation, definite signs of sellers coming in, trying to push, but struggling to break the tops. Down over. Let's have a little look. See how the 5 minute looks on this little bad boy. Yeah, it's high probability. So from under there down into here for the turn of the hour, which is coming up now. So I'm just going to drop that into there, just like so, expecting a break. Bring it down into roughly this. That's quite a hefty move actually, for the last part. So I'm going to be conservative and do that, because 20 pips will feed you every day quite clearly. And now I'm just going to leave it. Just let it get on with it. I will follow this price all the way up to there. And if it breaks through that, well, then I've got a bit of work to do to see if I can figure my way out of it. But at the moment, from there down to there is quite doable. In fact, if I only wanted 10 pips, because the night's coming to an end, I've only got to get it to about here. So that would be a sweep. In other words, comes down, sweeps orders under here, and then off it goes. However, as you come down through this, as you saw, that's a reasonable target. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. So we'll do that, but what we'll do is we'll just edge this to the base of there slightly, just do a quick trade, because I've done quite well today. As you see, you've seen me working that all day. There we go, the system's ordered in. So that's it. So I'll put in some staging orders above it to come down, and I'll keep half an eye on it. I'm going to switch the camera off in 15 minutes, but you've seen the entry, and we'll just let it play out. And I'll come back to you after the meeting, and hopefully, well, we might have got our 10 pips. Who knows? Okay guys, I've got to go in this meeting now for 20 minutes, but this is doing particularly well. Let's see, it's doing well. Moving down, high probability here. Just because I'm going into the meeting, I'm just going to drop that in for sort of the 10 pips. We'll just set it for there. See if it goes. Actually, I might do it now. Maybe not. Maybe not. We got it. Not quite. Not quite. Okay. I'll go in the meeting. Hopefully, this will be done by the time I come out. Catch you in a bit. Okay, guys, I'm back. Let's have a quick look. Flip this over. There we go. Well, there's nothing on. It's cascaded down to roughly where I was talking about, underneath the swing point. Now, obviously, the next one will be down here and then down into this. But I only really wanted to do it as an example for Paul, because all you're looking for is 10 pips at a time, you know, and do it within an hour period. Now, it's currently 25 to 8, so it's about half an hour. I'm not rightly sure what time this closed off, but it was pretty close as I was leaving to go into the meet. So let's have a look. Got nothing running. All my orders are out. And there you go. 7:15. So literally as I went into the trade, cashed out, gave me my 50 quid. Job's done. So there we go. So that was for you, Paul. I do hope it helps. The moral of this is really just to pick the asset and then just trade it. If you have the right asset at the right time, the strategy is the same. Doesn't matter whether I'm going to trade at midnight, 8 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon. I will do the same thing. The difference is the asset. Now, yes, I can trade multiple assets, and some people worry that they think, oh, well, this is better suited to that, and that one's better suited to the other. Well, it's not. Because if you took the name of the asset off the chart and the time off the chart and laid 10 of them all next to each other, you probably couldn't say which is which. So sometimes you get a little bit, let's just call it snakebite fearful and superstitious. It's not. You just trade what's moving at the time. And the easiest rule of thumb is if the bank is open, then it's going to move. And if it's going to move, you can trade it. Because ultimately the chart will go up, it'll go down, it'll go nowhere. And then inside of the chart, you can see the drives, you can see consolidations, you can see where the swing points are, which will create order blocks, all these different things. And then you just apply your knowledge to get in and out of the trade. That's simple. And then the other side of it is this bit. Your mindset. Don't chase the money. Just follow the process. The money will look after itself. Because if you pull the tail of the dragon so many times, it will turn around and burn you. So that's it. My voice is about going today. I've been busy since about 7 o'clock this morning, talking non-stop. Do the face-to-face meeting with the guys in the squad. Did the Traders Day live meeting, 10 o'clock. If you're unfamiliar with what that is, I'm a guest speaker at an expo down in London in June, so I had that meeting to attend. Then I had another meeting this afternoon, and then after that, I had another meeting with a company, because being a busy boy today, I should really span out my diary a little bit. But part and parcel of being in the public eye, I guess. And then on top of that, it's all the messages that I have to answer. And I genuinely answer every single one of them. So if you drop a comment, I will answer it. And I'll answer it personally. If you contact me on WhatsApp Messenger, you'll find all my contact details, emails, etc. all down in the description. Everybody gets a response. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.